Welcome back. Up now, we have Forum Daily's weekly cryptocurrency and digital asset update with Catherine Murray. Catherine is the host of The Buck Stops Here, and she joins us now for her take on the latest developments in the digital world. All yours, Catherine.
Thanks, Nima. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your weekly crypto and digital asset update. I'm Catherine Murray. Well, we have seen some stabilization and a bit of a rebound within the cryptocurrencies. The top 10 are up by about 1 to 3% today. Bitcoin, of course, the largest, is relatively unchanged, but it has retaken that $23,000 mark. Now, as we know, we have been experiencing a crypto winter with a number of firms shutting down and claiming bankruptcy. But there is some stabilization, as I've mentioned, and a good example of this is actually Ethereum Classics ETC. Its market cap has gone from 2 billion to 5 billion over the past 30 days. Now, the big story of the week, of course, and that is adding to the stabilization theme, is the announcement that Coinbase, and the ticker there, it trades on the NASDAQ as COIN, is partnering with BlackRock, so partnering with a behemoth. According to the announcement, BlackRock's institutional clients are increasingly looking for ways to gain exposure to digital asset marketplaces and also to be able to manage it in an efficient way. So a couple of details here. Coinbase Prime, which is part of Coinbase, that's their brokerage side of the business. So they're going to be providing trading and custody and reporting capabilities to BlackRock's institutional clients on the Aladdin platform, which is an end-to-end platform in order to be able to manage your positions. And that way they can also manage directly their exposure to Bitcoin. And that's really important from a risk perspective for institutions. The reason to bring this up and why it's important from a bigger picture perspective is because despite the sell-off and the collapse of Terra USD, bankruptcies, you are seeing firms continue to move ahead. Now, away from that, or in addition to that, U.S. hedge fund Brevan Howard has raised $1.5 billion to launch a crypto fund. So in other words, money continues to move into it. That news is according to Blockworks. You're also interestingly seeing a pension fund in Virginia looking to invest in crypto, in the crypto lending market. The CIO there is saying that the yields there are attractive, and particularly since a lot of people have been moving away from that space, again, going back to the crypto winter. Further evidence, of course, that product development is moving along. Binance, which is a crypto exchange, one of the largest, is partnering with MasterCard to offer crypto credit cards to be used in Argentina. It is in beta phase, but again, pretty interesting there in terms of crypto credit cards. I think as well that they might plan to roll that out in other areas within Latin America. Now, as we know, we have seen companies report, the traditional companies report their most recent earnings. We're in the midst of a huge earnings season. Well, Block, which is formerly Square, the ticker there is Square, it was founded by Jack Dorsey, who of course also founded Twitter. They did just report their numbers, a 36-cent loss. Transactions were down by 34% quarter over quarter. Stock down by about 6% or so today. So important to keep our eyes on the earnings picture as well as it relates to digital assets. Also on the new product front, the CME Group, they plan to offer euro-denominated Bitcoin and Ether for the future as a futures product. So in other words, in addition to deciding what cryptocurrency you might want to own, Bitcoin, Ether, what have you, you can also now add into that complex or complexity your choice of currencies as well. So kind of interesting there. Lastly, I think it's important to point out again, as we think about the industry evolving and developing, where's the interest? Are people still interested despite the fact that we've seen a massive sell-off? Well, according to a chart of the day that I watch, Google searches for Bitcoin have maintained their higher levels in 2022, much higher so than the period following the last Bitcoin bull market, which was back in 2017 and 2018. The Google searches fell off a cliff. That is not the case this time. There still is a lot of interest, and we'll see how it develops. Nima, I'll leave it there. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Catherine. As usual, a lot happening in the digital space. Again, that was Forum Daily's weekly crypto and digital asset update with Catherine Murray. For more news on the markets and developments in the world of finance, be sure to tune in to The Buck Stops Here. It airs on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern, only on the News Forum Network. All right, in the meantime, stay tuned. Forum Daily will be back with more news from Chinese military activity near Taiwan, Israeli airstrikes in Gaza, to a whale trapped in the Seine River. We'll have these stories and more right after the break, so stay tuned.